Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I will talk about the major and well-known artists that have participated over the course of the whole Eurovision Song Contest history. I will talk about each artist or band individually, explain their success, go over their song, and so on. This is a more niche topic compared to my last video, but I'm planning something even bigger for next week. So please feel free to tune in, and if you want to make sure, I would very much appreciate if you would like the video, subscribe, maybe share, although almost no one does it nowadays. Anyway, enjoy the video. Cascada. Cascada is a Eurodance band from Bonn, Germany, most famous for the song Every Time We Touch. They represented Germany in the year 2013 in Malmö, Sweden, with the song Glorious, which compared to their most popular song is more intercontinental pop instead of the far superior Eurodance genre. It just felt different in the 2000s. Anyway, they placed 21st out of 26 acts with just 18 points. So with that entry they, in fact, did not live up to their initial success. Blue. Blue is a British boy band created in the early 2000s. Not only are they probably the most attractive group of men I've ever seen, definitely appealing to their initial target audience, which are 13-year-old girls, they also had actually quite the good song in Eurovision. I Can is also kind of a pop song, but there is something different about this. Maybe it's their chemistry. Too bad they forgot that rehearsals actually matter, so they got absolutely killed by the juries while finishing a pretty good 5th in the televote. Pretty much on par with their success, as they're not that famous as Cascada, but both are definitely not as famous as the next one. Las Ketchup. Las Ketchup is an Andalusian band, also from the 2000s, which consisted of the 4 Munoz sisters. I bet if you're older than 12, you will know the song Acereje. Probably one of the most nostalgic songs for me, because as a kid, that song was almost certainly gonna be played at parties. The same could sadly not be said for their result in 2006, as they finished exactly like Cascada in 2013 with 18 points at 21st place out of 24. Katrina and the Waves. If you were alive in the 1980s and weren't living in rural Afghanistan, you would have probably heard the song Walking on Sunshine. That very song was published by the very band who also represented the UK in 1997 and won with Love Shine a Light, which also cemented itself as one of the most iconic Eurovision songs of all time. So they definitely lived up to their success. Tatu. The Russian girl duo from the very late 90s to the 2000s are primarily known from the song All the Things She Said, and for the absolutely surreal interval act in 2009 where they stood in front of Russian soldiers and a flower power themed tank while the Russian army choir sang Not Gonna Get Us in a very thick Russian accent. In 2003 they finished 3rd with an admittedly awkward performance, although this result can still be matched with their success. Flow Rider. What the hell is a polar bear doing in Arlington, Texas? Well, yeah, he finished in the bottom half of the scoreboard in 2021 with San Marino, which is definitely way too high of an achievement for his career. Jesus, at this point they're just putting anyone into the contest. Like this no-name Florida. Yeah, he just did some small songs like My House. It just has like a couple of streams, nothing much. Yeah. Liv Richard. If you were alive in the 1970s, then firstly, respect for watching these videos in your age. If I'll be your age, I would, I don't know, feed the ducks at the pond maybe. Anyway, he participated twice, but failed both times, once to Don Franco's favorite girl group, and the other time to a non-Luxembourgish Luxembourger. He was pretty popular internationally, but since it was in the 70s, I don't really know much about him. And I also don't listen to 70s music, but if you do, I guess that's cool. Bonnie Tyler. Yeah, the girl who did the I Need a Hero song. The Welsh singer also participated in 2013. Eurodance and pop rock are clearly very similar. Not. Now we are slowly getting to the big guns of Eurovision participants. Bonnie Tyler represented the UK in 2013, finishing 19th. Well, pretty much in the same place as Cascada, which once again shows that just because you were kind of popular one time doesn't mean the same charm can be transmitted like 30 years later. Julio Iglesias, the quote, most successful Spanish singer of all time. They clearly forgot Sergio Ramos, and like Sergio Ramos, he also played at Real Madrid, at least the amateur side, as a goalkeeper. Anyway, he is so successful that there is absolutely zero mention of his Eurovision participation in the intro section of his Wikipedia page. Anyway, he participated in 1970 with the song Gwendoline, and as absurd as the name Gwendoline is, he finished only fourth. Olivia Newton-John, mostly known by the Americans as the one woman from Greece, not Greece. She represented the UK in 1974, but just like Julio Iglesias, no one cares about her Eurovision participation, so yeah. Okay, who's next? Oh yeah, ABBA. Well, you might ask yourself why I am featuring these absolute no-names in my list. You gotta know ABBA started their career with Eurovision when they obviously won in 1974 with the song Waterloo, and we Eurofans have to have this song from literally 51 years ago shown to us at every single possible occasion in the contest if just anything has to do with Sweden. But another person who started their career with Eurovision leads us to the final one on my list. Céline Dion. Yes, the woman who did the song from the movie Titanic. Probably the most iconic solo act in Eurovision after Lisa Sia and Tommy Cash, marks Switzerland's magnum opus from the 80s. She was actually due to perform at this year's Eurovision, but obviously due to her condition, the logistics of performing music are obviously hard for her. She did deliver a magnificent, amazing, unbelievable performance at the opening ceremony at the Paris 2024 Olympics. Really, no words. Ne partez pas sans moi really belongs to the Eurovision Hall of Fame. And that concludes my list. Sorry to everyone who wanted to hear me talk about Engelbert Humperdinck or others who participated in the last few years. I just wanted to look at the bigger picture for another day. Maybe I will do another video focusing on the present and the future. If you want to see a video like this or any other video ideas, feel free to let me know in the comments. As I said, I'm planning something big next week in contrast to this one. I actually planned to do the other video, the big video, this week, but it is so massive I couldn't finish it in a week. So I'm hoping I will get that finished until next Sunday. Until then, if you like this video, leave a like or a dislike, subscribe and ring the bell. That would be really nice and I would appreciate it very much. Thank you for watching. Have a very good day. Thank you for amazing receptions of last week's video. I really didn't expect my first video to reach over 100 views in the first week. So thank you very, very much for that. Until next week, bye.